like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology and wiring needs. Expanding into a new building or office space? We would love to give you a free quote for your network wiring. Are your computers outdated? Are your servers slow? Is your network underperforming? Is your wireless network weak? Let Versatile Networks come in and assess the situation and get you back up and running the way you should be. Call Versatile Networks today at 405-217-0267 or visit versatilenetworks.com for more information.
Welcome back to the Hinton Coliseum. Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs set to take on a very talented Community Christian Royal team in the finals of the Hinton Invitational Tournament. Watched these guys play last night against Christian Heritage Academy, and they've got an outstanding ball club. This team is big, they're tall, and they can really shoot the three. They sat down a little closer to the court last night, and I was able to kind of see how actually tall they are, and they eat up a lot of space. They played a zone defense a lot last night, and I tell you what, they kept the team pushed out a long ways from the basket. It's going to be a tough night, tough matchup for the Mustangs tonight. They are Class 3A ball club. They have a 5-4 record, which you would think, maybe they're not that great, but they've played all big schools, and they have beaten 2 top 11 teams in Class 4A. They defeated Anadarko, who's ranked number 11, 39-33. And their biggest win was a victory over number 8 Bethany, 56-54. That was in an overtime contest. This is a quality ball club. Mustangs are going to have their hands full tonight. We're going to have to play really well to beat them. Last night they beat Christian Heritage 68-63. They are coached by Mr. Tim Price. Of course, the Mustangs, we know they're well coached by Scott Hines always. They defeated first round, a pretty tough opponent. First round to beat Elk City 54-41. And then last night, they defeated the Comets of Hinton 50-44. Earlier tonight, third place boys game, the Comets, they defeated the team that Community Christian defeated last night. The Comets beat them tonight. I had the score written down. I can't find it here, but Hinton beat them for third place. So gives you some optimism that Fort Cobb can definitely play with these guys. We can play with about anybody, I think. So, but we're going to have to play well. This team's pretty good. Mustangs are ranked number 10 in Class B, and they have a record of 12 wins and 3 losses. The Royals will be the visiting team on the scoreboard, and they're going to introduce their starting lineups. They start as senior number 4, Hudson Thrailkill. Senior number 10, Cade Bond. A sophomore number 12, Colin Bond. A sophomore number 13, Noah Robertson. And a junior, number 22, By Job, who is a very athletic post player, about 6'5" for the Royals. So they will have a definite height advantage over the Mustangs tonight. Starting for the Mustangs, a junior, number 2, Jackson Willits. A sophomore, number 3, Cray Rogers. A junior, number 20, Aiden Lewis. Junior, number 22, Blake Nunn. And a junior, number 33, Ian Taylor. Last evening, right at the tail end of that ball game, Cray kind of got a knee in his thigh there, and he limped, had a hard time walking that off last night. I've kind of been watching him in the pregame, and it looks like he's pretty good to go tonight. I don't see it detect a limp or anything, so it appears he's bounced back healthy and ready to go tonight. Kind of worried about that last night. All right, we're about set to go. It'll be By Job, jumping center against Ian Taylor. Mustangs in their home white uniforms going left to right on your TV screen. For the championship of the Hinton Invitational. And we're set to go. Fasten your seat belts, folks. I think this will be an up and down affair.
A lot of athleticism on the floor.
Absolutely, there is. Tap is controlled by the Royals, and they'll have the first crack at it. Mustangs come out in that man-to-man defense. Mustangs play a lot better defense than that team that this bunch played last night, I know, so we'll see how it works out here. Three-pointer, baseline three is good by Collins Bond. They can really shoot it. Last night they really looked good shooting it. And they start off right where they left off last night. Willits with it along the baseline, double teamed. Under heavy pressure. Over to Rogers, back to Willits, right wing three, no good. Skips across the front iron. By Job there with a rebound. And here come the Royals into the front court with an early 3-0 lead.
Willits normally hits those to start the game. He got a pretty good look there. Didn't fall, but I'm sure we'll see a few more of those tonight.
And there's a quick foul on Aiden Lewis, trying to battle for position against Job. If you're watching on TV, you can see the height advantage that Job has. Lewis is going to have his hands full there. They lob it in the post, and he just jumps up and knocks it in. There's not much you can do about that. And Aiden is hurt. He's hurt his ankle. Not sure what he is in a lot of pain. I'm not sure if he came down on him or what it was, but he is severely injured his ankle, it appears. He broke his nose Tuesday night against Merritt. He's wearing that face shield, and right off the bat he is really in a lot of pain, it appears, on that left ankle. He's holding it. Don't know. Did you see what happened, Blake, there?
I didn't see it exactly, but my best guess is on his way back down, he probably landed on a foot, something like that, maybe tweaked it.
Oh boy, he looks no weight at all being put on it. That's a big blow here to the Mustangs in the first minute of the game.
I would think now Blake Nunn, because of the size, is going to have to rotate down and guard Job.
Brody Devon will check in. Just hope that the young man's not seriously injured and he can get some ice on it and have a quick recovery. There's Rogers in the corner to Nunn. Penetrates in the paint, and there's going to be an offensive foul. Pretty good defense that time by Cade Bond as Nunn went right over him. Thought that was a pretty good call there. 5-0 our score. Royals on top. Mustangs in a man-to-man defense. That's Cade Bond holding out front. Dribbles to his right. Step back three on the way, good. That's Noah Robinson. And they haven't missed a shot, Blake. 2 trays and a field goal, and it's 8-0. That's Devon going against Job. Mustangs need to try to get on the scoreboard here. Don't want to let this thing get away from us right off the bat. There's none. Fall away jumper, no good by Job there with the rebound. Quickly up the court is Bond along the baseline, 12-footer, good. It's unbelievable. 10-0 as quick as you can bat an eye, Blake. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this short break.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG.
They have yet to miss a shot. Even I could figure those percentages, Blake. I think they're 4 for 4, if I'm not mistaken. And in Lone Wolf, that's 100%.
I believe it's that way in Fort Cobb.
I believe it is, too.
It'd be 100% in a lot of places.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Fort Cobb's only taken maybe one shot.
I have him for 2.
2 shots. There's Willits. Forces his way in and got it in. Good job, Jackson.
Willits took a 3 on their opening possession, and then Nunn had that fadeaway just about a minute ago.
Correct. Well, they're bound to miss one every now and then. There's a 3-pointer straight away. He missed that one by Job in there for the rebound, stuck it back in. Boy, he is an athletic boy. He can jump. He's tall and athletic. And 12-2 our score. Taylor on the drive, shot off the glass, and we're going to have a blocking foul this time on the Royals. Foul is going to be charged to Colin Bond, and Ian Taylor will be at the line shooting 2.
That's a good call. Some could argue he had possession, but he was kind of fading there to the right while Ian was driving and wasn't completely planted.
Right.
So that's the right call.
I think so, too. Taylor makes the first, makes it 12-3. Second one too hard, and Job there for the rebound. I tell you, old Job, he can cover a lot of space.
I have a feeling he's going to grab more than 10 rebounds tonight.
Well, most likely. Along the baseline, 3-pointer on the way, no good this time. Nice rebound by Devon. Mustangs need to kind of chip away at this. There's quite a lightning quick start, and they're really mugging us out front there. Coach Hines is trying to get a call. But they're playing the 3A basketball, and we're not used to seeing that, I think. There's a foul charged to Noah Williams. And it will be the Mustangs basketball. Or actually, it was Hudson Thrailkill that picked up the foul, number 4. And Coach Hines is talking to the officials about all the hand checking going on out at the half line on Cray Rogers.
It looks like Community Christian's coach told Thrailkill to switch off to Rogers and go guard Willits because he was starting to jaw a little bit.
Rogers all the way into the paint, and By rejects that one.
And that's just about as good a defense as you can play. It doesn't get much better than that on ball.
He's quick and he can jump. I wouldn't really want to challenge him. And Devon, I hope it doesn't cause us to get in our head, you know. Rogers over to Nunn, 3-pointer left wing. Boy, we needed that one. Willits there for a nice backside rebound. Dribbles out of trouble into the corner.
About 3 times before he could get it out.
There's Rogers, a little floater in the lane, too hard. Got the rebound, put it back. Good. Trey Rogers in there battling amongst the trees, and it's 12-5. Mustangs have scored 5 straight. What's that?
Had to assist himself there.
Yeah. Well, you get your stats that way. Rebounding and shots.
Ooh. Willits had turned around.
Travel. There you go. Good job by Nunn as they got Job shuffling his feet. And so the Mustangs have kind of weathered the storm, I think, Blake. hopefully 12-5 now. They kind of getting back into a rhythm. Rogers into the front court. Between the legs dribble, lost his footing. Lobs it over to Willits. There's Taylor, baseline tray on the way. Oh, I thought it was in. Just a tad long.
Don, when we come to a break, Mr. Trey Abbott has given me a little bit on By Job.
All right, I'd like to hear it. Couldn't get the backside rebound, and they'll have another opportunity. Boy, you sure can't let them have two chances the way they shoot it. 3 minutes to play, opening period. Bond with it out front. Trailkill holding, now right side, down they go to Job. There's a three-pointer straight away. Boy, he's wide open. Hudson Trailkill, that's a tray for him. They got 1, 2, 3, 5 people in the scoring column already. And the ball is knocked out of bounds, but it'll stay with Fort Cobb. It's a 15-5 ball game. They've got us outsized at every position, except for Cray. There's a good floater by Cray Rogers. And we're going to have a timeout taken by the Royals. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers.
Talk about a win-win.
Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well.
All right, Don, here's a little bit on By Job.
Okay.
He's a junior, so 2023, he's a 3-star weak side defensive end. So he's a football player, and this shows him at 6'4", 215. That's probably pretty close, and he is being heavily recruited by the University of Oklahoma.
Well, I hope he goes there. Looks like he could help him out. Maybe he could play basketball too while he's in the off season. He catches it down on the low block. Shot good. That's 6 points for Job. I'm glad to hear that. I appreciate that.
Trey Abbott sent me that.
Thanks, Trey. Appreciate the information. There's Willits. Can't go. Gets it to Rogers. Kicks it over to Nunn. He'll drive. Rogers kind of got the wild pass. A little 6-foot floater won't go. A rebound, Colin Bond. 1:42 to play, opening period. Royals up by 10. They opened the game with a 10-0 run.
That kind of explains the athleticism, being a defensive end, and the power, being able to run through an offensive lineman.
All right. Well, it looks like he'd be able to be quick enough to get around to tackle, that's for sure. Catches it on the low block. Kicks it in the corner. Three-pointer on the way. No good that time. Willits there for the rebound. Just got to chip away here, boys. That's all we got to do. We can't catch them in one possession, but we just got to keep making stops and get some good shots on the other end. Here's Willits along the baseline. Devon's three-pointer. Good. Brody Devon with a big basket. And it's a 7-point ball game, 17-10 with less than a minute to play, opening period. Just got to stay in touch here. Big loss first minute of the game when our starting post player, Aiden Lewis, went down with a sprained ankle. They're wide open, three-pointer on the way, good. Boy, you just can't leave them open. Colin Bond, that's 2 trays for him. And it's back to a 10-point lead. You just can't lay off of them. They're too good of shooters. 20 seconds to play. Looks like the Mustangs will try to take the last. You can see what I was talking about, how much space they eat up in this zone. They're playing a 3-2 zone, and they maybe a box and one. Looks like they got Willits over there guarded closely, and Job gets a rebound. Long three-quarter court shot, almost went in. After one period of play, the Royals 20, Mustangs 10. You're listening to Mustang Basketball. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit boxes, 24-hour telephone banking, and an ATM. For service you can trust, Ouachita Valley Bank, 405-643-2305. Member FDIC.
Proud supporters of Fort Cobb Mustangs. The name of the store is T-Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 Fountain Pop Wednesdays. See you soon. We are your premier, best in state driving school, located in Southwest Oklahoma at Fort Cobb Public School. We can provide all the services related to driving in the state of Oklahoma, such as driver's education, in-house.
Welcome back to the Coliseum at Hinton. Blake, what's shooting percentages so far in stats?
Well, Community Christian's shooting it from pretty unbelievable rate so far. They're 8 for 12 from the field. That's 67%, and 4 for 8 from 3.
That's the killer right there, isn't it?
Mustangs 4 for 12 from the field and 1 for 4 from 3. They're 1 for 2 at the line. Both teams with only 1 turnover thus far. So a pretty clean game, but whenever a team goes 8 for 12 and hits 4 threes, that's your kicker.
That'll build a 10-point lead pretty quick, won't it? Yep. Well, it'll be the Mustangs' ball to start the second period. We're going to battle them, I know that. We're not going to fade away into the night, I can promise you. There's Devon, over to Willits. Now Rogers out front. Well, I tell you, that zone, they push you way out. Way out. Going to have some penetration. And then a kick out to the perimeter with some quick ball movement, because it's going to be hard to get a shot at the three-point line. It's they're really pushing us out. That's okay. There's none. Lobs it out too high. That's what you're going to have to do is pass it into the paint in a quick out pass to somebody for an open look. It's going to be hard to penetrate in there and score with by underneath the basket. We've already seen his shot blocking prowess, and I don't think you'd want to challenge him too many times in the ball game. There's a backdoor cut. Played nicely by Rogers. Poked it away. Here he comes into the front court. Pull up 17-footer, no good. Got to make those kind. And a rebound is controlled by Boyce McIntosh, who checked in. He's a big fella, too. You know, they don't have any little guys.
No, they do not.
That's a good-looking ball club. There's Job along the baseline. I think he dribbled it on the side baseline out of bounds.
Size is definitely not something they lack.
No. Good practice for us, though, Blake. You know what? That's right. The way to look at it. Going to battle them all the way. I tell you, Coach Hines is as good a coach as there is anywhere, any level, and we're not going to back down from them, I can promise you. Over to Nunn. Willits gets around a defender, pull up 16-footer, good. Jackson knocks it down. That's what you've got to do. You got to get around that first defender, get in a crease, hit a jump shot. 20-12. They lob it into By. Backside help, can't stop him, and he lays it in for 2. That's 8 for him, and it's back to a 10-point lead. Just not a lot you can do when they're that much taller and they can jump so well. Most of the time, Mustangs do a great job on post players because we front them and we come on the backside help. But Job's a little bit different guy. Not used to seeing people that athletic. And it's going to go off the Royals. Stay with Fort Cobb with 5:47 to play in the second period. This game started off so quickly for the Royals. They hit right off Devon's head and out of bounds. Boy, that's a tough break there. He was passing it to a wide open guy, and Devon happened to be cutting through there and ricocheted off his head. But they started the game in about the first 2 minutes. They made all 4 shots, and it was 10-0 before you could bat an eye. And the Mustangs weathered the storm, but it's hard to haven't been able to close the gap much since then.
Well, Job just checked out, so that might give him an opportunity.
There you go. There's Bond. Colin is 12 and Cade is 10.
Those two twins, brothers. Or is one older than the other?
I'm guessing they're twins. They're both the same class. Taylor with a rebound.
Here's a chance.
Let's see if we can get an opening here. Willits is a pretty good creator along with Rogers. And they got us forced out of bounds over there. There's a foul on Boyce McIntosh. That's his first personal. And a third team foul on the Royals. In the corner to Nunn, back to Rogers. In the corner to Willits. Gets around a defender, but can't do anything. Has a quick pass over to Rogers, in the corner to Nunn. Just hard to get an open look against this zone defense. And he stepped on the sideline. Then you get a turnover like that, it's really costly. And Coach Hines wants to take a timeout. And it will be a full timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Testing capabilities, permits, and drive testings for a license. The only thing that you will be required from DPS is your eye exam. We have certified instructors that use our cars to teach your students how to be the best drivers from the beginning. Come see us today for all your driving needs.
We're bringing fiber internet to Fort Cobb. Having fast internet is a must-have, whether you're working or learning from home. That's why we are building a fiber network in your community. We have wireless internet solutions too, available at Fort Cobb Lake, Crow's Roost, Alfalfa, and more. You can count on us for a fast, reliable connection to the world. We're proud to be a local provider that's part of your community. Get connected to Carnegie Fiber today.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance.
Welcome back to the Hinton Coliseum. .432 to play. Second period. Coach Hines took a timeout to adjust some things. And it will be the Royals basketball, leading 22-12. In the corner they go to Broxton Hartsock. It appears a lot of these guys have sisters on the girls' team. They have the same last names. There's a good rebound by Taylor. And over the back goes Boyce McIntosh, picks up his second personal, and By Job will. You ever haven't heard the saying, By George?
I don't know. Maybe.
I keep wanting to say that every time. By Job. I want to say By George. Willits in the corner. Three-pointer good. Jackson Willits with a long tray right over Job. And it's a 7 points for Jackson, and it's the closest we've been in a while, trailing by 7, 22-15. He's got to keep chipping away here at it. Got to get a stop. There's a pull-up jumper by Noah Robinson, and he drains it. That's 5 for Noah. Back to a 9-point lead for the Royals. In the corner, Willits. Back to Rogers. He'll try a three-pointer. Good. That's 2 in a row from the same spot. And it's down to 6, 24-18. We'll trade threes for 2 all night. And there's a foul on number 13. That will be Noah Robinson fouling Willits on the rebound. That's his first personal. With 3:21 to play in the half. Mustangs have chipped away. Leads down to 6 now.
Keep chipping away.
Absolutely. One basket at a time. That's all you can do. Rogers dribbling out front. They're in that zone defense. Here he comes. Penetrates in the paint. Kicks it in the corner. Willits drives against Job. Kicks it back to Rogers. Got the right idea. In the corner to Vaughn. They close out on him. Rogers in the paint. Willits. Right wing three on the way. Oh, rattled out. Halfway down and popped out. Boy, tough luck there. Here's Bond. Three-pointer on the way, right side, airballed it. Hit. Job went over our back, looked like, stepped on the baseline. It'll go to Fort Cobb. Another opportunity here. for the Mustangs to draw even closer. Number 4 checks in. That's Hudson Thrailkill, replacing Braxton Hartsock. Mustangs sure like to get a basket right here. Start applying some pressure to the Royals. You can get within a basket or two. And there's going to be a foul charged on the Royals. We kind of got a break there. Foul's going to be on Cade Bond. His first personal.
One more and we'll be shooting free throws, so safe to say we're in the bonus the rest of the half.
Good point. Let's see if we can pick one up here. Willett's holding out front. Right side to Nunn, over to Taylor, lost possession, picks it right back up, over to Rogers, curling off the top of the key. Out front to Taylor. Man, by Job had it, and he comes up with it. Boy, it looked like for a minute we were going to have a good opportunity, and we lost handle of the ball. 1:44 to play. They've only scored 4 points this quarter. So far, we've outscored them 8-4. They're trying to lob it into Job. Nunn doing a good job defending him. There's a three-pointer, straight away good. That's Noah Robinson again. That's 2 trays for him and 10 points. They've got a variety of shooters. You've got to defend them all. There's Willits cutting right side of the lane, double teamed. Ball kicked middle of the lane, and it's picked up by the Royals, and they've got a little momentum going here. 27-18. The Mustangs had cut it to 6, and now it's back to 9 with a minute to play. Be nice to go into the halftime locker room with a little spring in her step. There's a three-pointer, step back 3, rattled out this time, and Job went over the back of Nunn, who had a good box out. And that's the 7th team foul on the Royals, and first personal on Job. So Nunn will be at the line shooting 1-1. Nunn's a good free throw shooter. He's a good shooter all around. Yet to score tonight. Mustangs have only had 4 players in the scoring column so far. Let's hope Nunn can make it 5 right here. He swishes that one cleanly through. Blake's a good three-point shooter. I'd like to see him get an open look from three-point land. 27-19. Makes them both. 27-20. Back to a 7-point lead. 40 seconds to play. Bond and Robinson out front. Let's see if they decide they want to take the last shot here. Looks like that's what their plan is, down to 20 seconds. Boy, it'd be nice to get a stop here. Go into the locker room trailing by less than 10. And they'll start the attack. That's Bond with it. Rogers on him. Gets a screen from Job. Pull up 17-footer. No good. Devon with a nice rebound. And that will do it. Your halftime score. Community Christian 27. Mustangs 20. A good quarter that time of the Mustangs. They outscored them 10-7 to cut into that lead. So we're still in it, Blake. Doing a good job. We'll turn it over to Blake for a halftime report.
Well, we're definitely still in it. That's exactly right. It's just going to be another 16-minute grind. Not scoring. Shot percentages for the Mustangs. They're shooting 39% from the field so far, 7 for 18, and 38% from 3 at 3 for 8. They are 3 for 4 from the free throw line, with 6 turnovers on the half. Community Christian, I still feel like we're playing Christian Heritage.
I know, it's hard to separate them in it.
Community Christian is 52% from the field, 11 for 21, and 42%, from the 3, 5 for 12 from there. They have yet to take a free throw in today's game, and they have 5 turnovers. And I figured there at the start the rebounds would be a lot different, considering Job was in the game and and he was such a presence in the post.
Right,
but
right.
They just have 2 more rebounds than we do.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we're doing a good job boxing out.
In that aspect, we're doing a pretty good job.
I think so too.
Mustangs scoring. Cray Rogers and Jackson Willits both have 7 points tonight. Brody Devon has 3, Blake Nunn 2, and Ian Taylor 1 so far. I sure hope that Aiden can maybe get some ice or something like that, maybe have an opportunity to play here in the second half. Now, I wouldn't expect him to play by any means.
I wouldn't think so either.
And at the same time, the way as close as we're getting to the playoffs, it might be better to just keep him out. And, you know, he also last night got a hit in the nose.
Yeah.
So, you know, that'll also keep him from injuring that anymore.
Yeah, we've got this late in the season, you've got to look to the playoffs and for his health.
Right.
You know, we have bigger fish to fry, as they say. You know, I mean, it'd be nice to win all these games between now and then, but the playoffs is what we need to get him healthy for that, certainly.
And go back to the second quarter there. Mustangs only took 6 shots. They made 3 of them. 2 of them were 3-pointers, and they were 2 for 2 from the line. And Community Christian went 3 for 9 from the field. So if they continue to shoot like that, we can shoot ourselves back in this ball game.
Yes, sir, no doubt about it.
And we also have to make sure on the defensive end we stay strong and not let them get many easy opportunities in the post.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we also have to run them off the 3-point line, because the way it's gone in the first half, they're just going to shoot you out the building.
Exactly.
So,
but, you know, as a general rule, most games, there's a lot of games you see start like that. Matter of fact, in the OU game today, the dude from Iowa State was making them all the first half, and then he cooled off after that, and Oklahoma ended up winning. So, you know, that's the law of averages usually catches up with you. And that first quarter, they were just on fire. So Mustangs weathered it, and they're hanging right in there. And good report. Blake, got anything else you want to add?
One more thing, I guess.
Okay.
The foul situation.
All right.
We only had 2 fouls all half.
That's great.
So we don't have anybody in foul trouble. At the same time, Community Christian really doesn't either. All 5 of their starters have 1 foul.
Right. And they played a lot of guys, so. Yeah. And they don't, you know, good teams in good games, you don't see a lot of fouls called usually.
That's right.
And that's good. We want to keep all the players in the game. All right, thank you very much, Blake. Let's take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have second half action. Thanks for joining us, folks. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorse Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorse get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology and wiring needs. Expanding into a new building or office space? We would love to give you a free quote for your network wiring. Are your computers outdated? Are your servers slow? Is your network underperforming? Is your wireless network weak? Let Versatile Networks come in and assess the situation and get you back up and running the way you should be. Call Versatile Networks today at 405-217-0267 or visit versatilenetworks.com for more information.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers.
Talk about a win-win.
Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well-being. Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit boxes, 24-hour telephone banking, and an ATM. For service you can trust, Ouachita Valley Bank, 405-643-2305, member FDIC.
Proud supporters of...
Welcome back to the Hinton Coliseum. Almost set to start the second half of action. I'd like to thank once again our sponsors, Shelley Dissy and ABC Superior Realty, T-Bird's Convenience Store, Ouachita Valley Bank, Keystone Foods, Carnegie Fiber, and the Southwest Oklahoma Driving School. Mustangs trailing by 7 here as we get set to start the third period. I'm looking down at the Mustang bench. I see Aiden Lewis. He's still not putting much weight on that left ankle of his. First minute of the game, he really, I don't know if somebody stepped on him or he rolled it or what, but he was in severe pain.
He is putting a little weight on it.
A little
now,
bit,
so
a little
that
more
is a
than
good
what he
sign.
earlier, but still not much. Yeah, he's really limping big time. And it'll be the Royals basketball to start the third period, going left to right. And we're underway. Mustangs played pretty good that second period. Actually, they played pretty good. They just got off to that. The Royals got off to such a hot start there to start the game. Put us in a hole right off the bat.
Oh, you can't let him get
And
an
there's
offensive rebound that easy.
Bye comes in and cleans it up. Yeah,
that's 2 offensive rebounds.
2 offensive rebounds to start the half, that's for sure. We've been doing a good job at that. Back to a 9-point lead for the Mustangs, and there is a tapped out by the Royals. It'll stay with Fort Cobb.
A lot of people on this side thought that was just a bad pass. I don't believe.
Yeah, they tipped it away. There's Rogers.
I don't think we could make a pass that bad.
Rogers with a floater along the baseline. And that is 9 for Cray. And it's back to a 7-point ball game.
It's good to see him get some go down.
Absolutely. They try to lob it over to Job, and it goes through his hands and out of bounds. There's a turnover.
I believe Nunn got a hand on that, and then Job thought he could corral it and go up because he had great positioning. But
he did, yep. Looked like it's going to be
good
an
break
easy 2
there
for him. Huh? There's Nunn. In the corner to Devon, 3-pointer. Oh, off the front iron. And Job skies in there for the rebound. And we're going to have a quick timeout taken by the Royals. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Fort Cobb Mustangs. The name of the store is T-Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 Fountain Pop Wednesdays. See you soon. We are your premier best in state driving school, located in Southwest Oklahoma at Fort Cobb Public School. We can provide all the services related to driving in the state of Oklahoma, such as driver's education, in-house testing capabilities, permits, and drive
to go
tests.
now after the timeout. 6:50 to play here in third period. Playing for the championship of the Hinton Invitational here in the Hinton Coliseum. Out front is Bond. Rogers on him. Bounce pass to Job. Out to Bond. In the corner they go to Colin Bond. And now Thrailkill with it. Nunn doing a good job on Job down low. as he keeps tracking across the lane to try to lob it in there to him. Not able to do it. There's a three-pointer. That's good by Noah Robinson. That's 3 trays for him.
That's a pretty good defensive possession there, Don. They have such a quick release, all of their three-point shooters, and you know, you have to pay so much attention to Job that any little opening they get, they'll fire.
Yeah, and they're taller than our guys, so they can get their shots off a lot easier. There's a drive, and
oh, that's clean. There's no chance.
Chines is by Colin Bond, and the first one's good.
It can be kind of deceiving whenever a defender kind of throws their arm at the ball, but that ball was out of his hands about 3 feet before none even came in contact with it.
He makes them both, and it's back to a 12-point lead. Matches their biggest. The Royals have come out of the locker room and have outscored the Mustangs 7-2 here. There's Taylor.
Ooh.
Quick release won't go. Had a point blanker there, couldn't get it to drop. And here come the Royals with 5:27 to play in the third. They're stretched out their lead. The Mustangs had cut it to 6 late in the second period. And we're going to have a travel called on Bond as he slid his pivot foot. And it'll be turned over to the Mustangs. We needed that. Now we need to cash in on the other end. Something you don't see very often. The coach is kind of having a little conversation there. A cordial one, of course. There's Devon in the paint, and he's going to be fouled on the way to the hoop. And the foul is going to be charged to number 4, and that is Hudson Thrailkill. And he's going to be replaced by Braxton Hartsock. That's the second foul on Thrailkill. First team foul. Lobs it into Taylor. In the corner to Willits, high, over to Rogers. To Devon, he traveled. I thought he did that a time before, and they didn't call it, but they did that time. Just got to settle down here and get back to playing our game like we did there in the second period. But they put a lot of pressure on you. There's a foul on Nunn as Job was about to go up and slam it, I think. And that will be the third personal on Nunn. And so we're going to get serious problems here with our post defenders with Aiden Lewis injured, and Nunn has just picked up his third personal. As old Job, he's a handful to try to defend. He missed the first free throw. He's just so active in front of the basket that you've got to stay on your toes constantly. You can't ever relax for a second. They missed the rebound, but they missed the free throws, but they got their own rebound.
Tell you that might be the best idea there. Every time Joe gets the ball, just foul him.
Hack-a-shack, huh?
I was just about to say that. So
yeah, Samuel Lancaster is going to replace Taylor. Now, Lancaster is the tallest guy on our team. He can jump really well, and Job goes up. Boy, he just can't hardly stop it. It's such really a good pass, and he jumps so quick, and just jumps up over you and knocks it in. There's just not much you can do about it. 14-point lead. I don't figure there's too many guys in Class B that'll have that kind of ability. I'd be surprised to see it. Good play by Jackson as he dribbles across the lane and knocks it in. Cuts the lead to 12 halfway through the third period. You can see Lancaster is our tallest guy, and he's still about 3 inches shorter than Job. There's a 10-footer by Bond, and that's a foul.
There we go.
A good box out by Lancaster as Job went right over the top of him and picks up his second personal. Now we need to cash in. Rogers goes to his right. Job comes out on him. He's got him pulled away from the basket. Somebody ought to be able to try to make some hay while he's out guarding Rogers. Willits dribbles into paint. His little runner won't go. Ripped out of there by Colin Bond, quickly into the front court. Rogers poked it away, but it goes right to Job, and he wiggles around Lancaster and lays it in. 14-point lead for the Royals with 3:13 to play in the third. It's a good ball club we're playing here, folks, I'm telling you. They have got...
I think they're ranked in Class 3A, are they not?
Yeah, they are...
pretty high, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I don't think so.
They aren't?
No.
Okay.
Their record's 5-4, but they've beaten a couple of pretty good 4A teams. Anadarko is one, and Bethany's the other. And it'll be turned over to the Royals. And Coach Hines said, "Wait a minute, they tapped it across."
I think they're saying he grabbed it whenever it was on the sideline.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it couldn't have been a backcourt, but he might have been on the. And what are we going to do? Going to have a discussion, and they're still going to give it to the Royals.
I think that's the right call. I'm not real sure, but.
The Royals have it, nevertheless. Mustangs doing a pretty good job of harassing them out front. And there's an offensive foul on by Job. We'll take that. That'll be his third personal. I don't really think it was a moving screen. He just got there so quick. Yeah, I think he surprised everybody. He just hopped out there and set the screen.
Well, Rogers and Bond were both out there fighting.
Yeah. But he did show up in a hurry. That's the third foul on George. George,
you finally did it. You were talking about it earlier. You finally did it.
I made a mistake on Job. There's Rogers dribbling out front, trying to get it by his defender. Over to Willits, in the corner to Devon. Shot over Job, no good. Rebound controlled by Colin Bond.
That would have been a big shot.
Oh, that would have been huge.
Would have turned this game around, because I'm sure, let's see, McIntosh is at the scorer's table. I'm sure he's going to take out Job.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to think.
You would think so, yeah. 17-footer, good. I'll tell you, they can shoot it. That's Noah Robinson. He's got 13 on the night, a quiet 13, but he 40-24. And that one goes off Willett's hand and into the backcourt. That'll be a turnover to the Royals. Game starting to slip away from us here. We've only managed 4 points here in the third. We've been outscored 13-4. And Devon is going to be replaced by Taylor with 1:21 to play in the third. Long three-pointer by Noah Robinson again. That's 4 trays for the young man. He's got 8 in each half. This zone, it's hard to do anything against it. They bounce it into Lancaster, and it's taken away by Bond. Now they push it up the floor quickly. And Lancaster able to wrestle it away from them. Less than a minute to play now in the third. Rogers bounce pass down low to Nunn. Back to Willits. Three-pointer on the way. Count it. Jackson Willits with the long tray. Cuts the lead to 13 to play. They get it to Rogers, racing down the right side. He tried to get it to Lancaster, and it was intercepted. Half-court shot by McIntosh is no good. After 3 quarters of play, the Royals 43, the Mustangs 27. We'll be back in 1 minute.
For a license. The only thing that you will be required from DPS is your eye exam. We have certified instructors that use our cars to teach your students how to be the best drivers from the beginning. Come see us today for all your driving needs.
We're bringing fiber internet to Fort Cobb. Having fast internet is a must-have, whether you're working or learning from home. That's why we are building a fiber network in your community. We have wireless internet solutions too, available at Fort Cobb Lake, Crow's Roost, Alfalfa, and more. You can count on us for a fast, reliable connection to the world. We're proud to be a local provider that's part of your community. Get connected to Carnegie Fiber today.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by...
All right, we're back, ready to start the fourth period of play. And it'll be our basketball, trailing 43-27. Need to get a run here, if we can. Hard to do. They play good. This zone is just, you can look out there and see how tall they are. And they really eat up a lot of space. It's hard to get a lot of openings. And they just cover you up with those long arms and hard to shoot over them. We've done a pretty good job at times. There's Rogers, the late footer along the baseline won't go. Nunn with a great rebound. Putback is good. Blake Nunn, he is a stout young man. Knows how to get position. And it's 43-29. He's a hard worker. Got a nose for the ball. There's a drive through the paint, and it went off his hip, I think. Taylor got his hand on it, but I'm pretty sure it went off his leg, but they're going to give it to him anyway. Well, that's a big call right there.
Don't believe it's one I agree with either.
No, I think definitely it went off of his leg. Maybe we'll get the rebound here on a miss.
One big thing you have to think about when a ball goes out of bounds is the trajectory of the ball.
Yeah.
And a lot of people probably don't think about it, but you know, the way you hit it and who hits it impacts the way the ball goes out.
Yeah.
And where it goes.
Mustangs get the ball back nevertheless, so that's good. We can get it under 10 right here if we can get a basket. Rogers in the paint, and he's going to draw a foul. It's a good play by Rogers as he was right in front of the basket. There, Coach Tim Price is wondering about that call. That's the fourth team foul on the Royals, and Cray Rogers will be at the line shooting two.
Looked
and
like
short.
He kind of threw that one up thinking he would get a call, and he did. He got lucky on that one.
Missed the first one, though. He'll have one more. Cray has 9 points on the night. And he makes that one. 43-30 your score. Bond comes in replacing. Cade comes in for Colin, I guess I should say. The Bond brothers. I'm looking for James to come in eventually, but I'm not sure he's on the team.
I think he's still overseas, Don. I'm not too sure about that one. But
okay.
Might have to go ask him here at a timeout.
Okay. There's Job. He's right back in. He wiggles around Nunn. Boy, that's a pretty athletic play right there. He just got around and laid it in. 45-30 now our score.
Sort of looks like LeBron just kind of wills his way to the basket.
There's not much way to stop him. And they take it away from us. Bond with it, and elbow jumper. Good defend that time by Taylor as he jumped out on him. Altered the shot. Here comes Nunn in. Reverse layups, no good.
Ran in there a little bit too quick.
Yeah. And there's 5:48 to play in the contest. This will be the second championship game the Mustangs have played in this year. They played in the finals of the Burns Flat tournament. And there's a shot good by Cade Bond for his second basket. Played the finals of Burns Flat tournament back in December, and we lost that one 49-44 to Hinton. We defeated the Comets last night to avenge that defeat. There's a three-pointer by Rogers from the baseline. But unless this thing game changes dramatically here, we're going to pick up another runner-up trophy, because it looks like right now it's a pretty big hill to climb the way these Royals are playing right now. 14-point lead. There's Job down low. And they're going to call a foul on Nunn. That wasn't much contact there, I don't think, but that'll be the 4th foul on Nunn. Pretty hard to not touch somebody when they whirl around here that quickly, I'll tell you. There's a lob into Job, goes high for it, and he catches it and lays it in. You know, I wish he was on our team.
Well, certainly be a big help.
He's pretty fun to watch, actually. You don't see athletes like that every night. You know, you come to these games, you don't know what you'll see. But I'm telling you, he's about as athletic an old boy as I've seen in a long time. It's just like I say, he's fun to watch. Even though he is on the other team, got to appreciate his talent. Checking in will be Collins Bond, and he's going to replace number 3, Noah Williams. 16-point lead for the Royals, and we got halfway through the 4th quarter. Job catches top of the key. I bet you there's a timeout taken by the Royals, and we will do the same. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Going to Diesel Horse Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorse get you back on the field. Backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process.
49-33, our score. 3:54. Tell you what, we cover a lot of ball games for the Mustangs over the years, and there hasn't been very many times, Blake, when we trail by this many for most of the game. It's doesn't happen very often. There's a scramble, man. They were kind of slow in blowing the whistle there. Like it took them a while to decide they wanted to blow that. It's going to stay with the Royals, but it's good practice for the Mustang. I tell you, this team, they're loaded. It's a Christian Heritage bunch. Very athletic team, good size, and I promise you that we won't see anybody the rest of the year that I'll have any more talent than these guys. I promise you.
And you know, we talked about Joe being a 3-star in football. I'd be scared to kind of see what a 5-star is.
Well, you know, those star ratings, I don't know who gives it to them, but anyway, it's I've seen a lot of no stars be awfully good football players.
A lot of it nowadays is determined by these people that go to the big time camps and things like that, where they put themselves out there, and then there's the guys that just play football that are the 2-3 stars that do pretty good.
Beautiful. Slipped in there and got the rebound and stuck it back in. I think the way they come up with those star ratings is they find out who's recruiting them. And if Alabama's recruiting him, you're a 5-star. I think that's a lot of it, honestly.
Alabama, Clemson.
Yeah, if
Ohio State.
If somebody like that recruits you, they're bound to be good. 14-point lead. 49-35, 2:43 to play. Mustangs still battling. There's Job, catches top of the key. Dr. Pepper Martin just walked by. Good to see him. Here to see his daughter Hope play for Community Christian Royals as they defeated the Lady 3. There's Willits. Left of the lane, won't go. Tapped out by Devon. Wisely over to Rogers, and they're going to call him for carrying it. Kind of out of the blue there. And there comes Colin Bond checking in, replacing Hudson Thrailkill with 1:47 to play in the contest. Be interesting to see who makes the all-tournament team for the Mustangs, Blake, after when they
I'd be willing to say Jackson would have a strong agreement.
I think so too. He's led the Mustangs in scoring every night, I think. Fouls on Rogers. That's his first. And it's a 14-point lead with a minute and a half to go. And they're just playing keep away. Hard to get it away from them. They're so big, they can just throw it right over the top of us. Bond with it in the corner, heaves it out front. See, they move the ball well. They're well schooled. Got a good coach, I think. There's Bond, and he's going to be fouled on the way to the basket. Tim Price does a good job with these guys. .103 to play, and the Royals will inbound it. Out front, they go to Bond. And Taylor got his hand on it. Here comes Willits. Lost it on the drive, but Nunn picks it up. He can't get it in. Rogers' shot's no good, but he's going to be fouled. The Mustangs are battling, I'm telling you. You got to tip your hat to them. They're battling to the end. Trying as hard as they can. That's the way they're coached. Trey Rogers now shooting 2 shots. And he missed. Mustangs, Rogers is 1 out of 3 at the line. He'll have 1 more. And looks like Coach Hines is getting set to put in the substitutions. And he makes a second, makes it 49-36, and we'll have 5 new players for the Mustangs. We will have Blaine Davis, number 11. Number 14 is Ryland Bitsidi. Number 12 is Leighton Hill. Number 30 is Lance Anderson. And who's number 1? I don't have him on my roster.
Tanner McAdoo, freshman.
Tanner McAdoo. He's the one that got injured in the first half.
That's correct.
First semester. Tanner McAdoo's back. Broke his arm, didn't he, I think?
Collarbone.
Collarbone. He's back playing. That's good to see Tanner back. Good, these guys, good to see them get out on the floor. Here's a travel, got away with it. Good to see these guys be able to take the floor in the finals of the tournament. And a 3-pointer on the way by number 20. That is Josh Patoya. And it goes out of bounds over to the Mustangs. Maybe one of these guys can knock one in here. Bitsidi with it. 12 seconds. Over to Davis. McAdoo. 5 seconds. Somebody needs to shoot one here. Davis in the corner to Anderson. And that will do it. Time expires, and the Community Christian Royals 49 and the Mustangs 36. Congratulations to the Royals as they have defeated the Mustangs for the championship of the Hinton Invitational Tournament. Outstanding team they have. Congratulations to Coach Scott Hines and the Mustangs as well as they claim the runner-up trophy. A little disappointed they didn't win this one, but come up against a good team today. That's a 3A ball club. It's got a lot of size and ability, and good ball game. Good to be able to play competition like this for certain. Now we'll have the trophy presentations as the athletic director of Hinton High School comes out, Mr. Jared Holman. Present the runner-up plaque to Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs, and Jackson Willits will come out and accept the award. And the championship trophy to the Community Christian Royals. And Cade Bond, the senior, comes out to accept the award. Now we'll have the all-tournament selections. As Blake called it, Jackson Willits. Congratulations to him and the all-tournament team for the Mustangs. Noah Robinson, who hit all those three-pointers, will be the all-tournament selection for the Royals.
I bet you I can tell you who the MVP
sophomore.
is.
Now the MVP. By Job. Was that who you're going to select?
That's exactly who I was going to select.
By Job wins the MVP award. Congratulations to him and the Royals. All right, Blake, let's turn it over to you for the wrap-up.
Well, it's late, Don. I know everyone wants to go to sleep, and I know you and I want to get home, so I'll keep this one short and sweet.
Right. Okay.
Mustangs finished 38% from the field, 13 for 34, 36% from 3, 5 for 14, and they went 5 for 8 from the free throw line. Community Christian, 57% from the field, 20 for 36, 56, not 57. 20 for 36 and 44% from 3. They hit 7 of the 16 threes they shot, and they were 2 for 4 from the line. Both teams with 14 turnovers. Mustangs scoring. Cray Rogers leads FCB. He has 14 tonight. Jackson Willits, the all-tournament selection, finishes with 12. Brody Devon, who entered the lineup after Lewis went down that ankle injury early in the game, he finished with 5 points. Blake Nunn 4, and Ian Taylor with 1. I sure hope next week we can get Lewis back, and then we'll get Simeon Collins back, and we'll enter this final few weeks of the season, get the county tournament in a couple weeks. We'll have some really strong opponents.
You're right about that.
Amber Pocasset.
Yep.
Both girls and boys are going to be pretty good. Canute's girls and boys are going to be pretty good. Lokiba will be pretty good.
Yeah.
So
all Mountain View.
Mountain View, exactly. So there's going to be a ton of games left on the schedule that are going to be competitive and going to help the teams establish their identity and finalize it as we head into the playoffs. So congratulations one more time to Community Christian, and of course to the Mustangs as always.
All right.
Even though they came out second, they played in the last game on Saturday. So
that's right.
Can't complain too much about that.
Good job, Blake. Thanks Caden Baker for his work on the computer, and appreciate John Bellamy being here today to run the camera. I know he wasn't feeling well yesterday, and glad he's back today. Good job, John. Thanks, Blake. For all you guys, I'm Don Tyson saying good night, everybody.
Just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are